Hello. Welcome to another installment of the Central American Group's podcast, in which experts discuss topics related to doing business in Costa Rica, El Salvador, and the rest of the region.
Hello, and welcome to another installation of the Central American Group series of podcasts about doing business in Costa Rica, El Salvador, and the rest of the region. Today, we are lucky to have with us a gentleman by the name of Jorge Munoz. Jorge is with a company that's located in Costa Rica. It's called Ingenia. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself and about his company. Hello, Jorge. How are you doing today?
Hi, fine. Thank you. First, I would like to say that I'm an architect. I have 35 years of experience in the architecture field and 25 years of experience in Ingenia as a partner. We founded the company 25 years ago. And basically, we started working in some industrial facilities in 2000. And then from then, we started doing more and more industrial facilities related to food industry and micro components industry. And then we migrate into also or added to the industrial facilities menu. We added the clean room facilities, and now we have about 45 clean rooms in our curriculum. And we are also doing some pharmaceutical facilities right now.
Well, that's interesting, but one of the things that I've also heard that you are quite prolific in is designing life sciences facilities. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's what I was saying regarding the medical devices and clean rooms dedicated to that, and also pharmaceutical. It's quite challenging because we have to coordinate the different trades involved in the design, and we have to be very careful in including, as an architect, including those activities or those spaces in the program of the facility. So we kind of integrate all the things that needs to support the equipment requirements and the ductwork requirements and the low returns locations, and that also determines the position of furniture pieces and things like that. So as an architect, it's kind of a discipline that requires a lot of programming and coordination between all the people that it's involved in the design process.
How did the experience in the market lead you to specialize in designing for the life sciences sector in Costa Rica, as well as other high-tech industries?
There has been a lot of work related to this because of our free trade agreements and our free trade zones, the way they provide a good environment for the development of these companies. So we started working first with a microcomponent company that is located here. Since 2000, we developed for them a test lab in Mexico. And then we performed a lot of projects here in Costa Rica for them. Until now, we keep working with them. And also, we started working from 2009, 2008 in the medical devices field. And from this moment till now, we kept working, and we still keep working in this kind of projects. And as I said, we have like 45 to 50 clean rooms designed in our company. When I say clean rooms, is that there's a company that needs one or two or three big clean rooms. There are, for example, in the pharmaceutical field, they need smaller clean rooms, but those are very small. So I say it's like one. But anyway, the market has been evolving in this direction, and there are big companies that are here that needs the supply from their suppliers located to be here. So they need them to be in Costa Rica also. So we are right now designing a lot of other projects for those suppliers. That's the evolution of the market right now.
Well, one of the things that I've always wondered, I'm not involved in designing or constructing anything related to this sector, but I know that there are several different types and classes of clean rooms. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is pretty fascinating. The way you have to design the different stages, I may say, of operational requirements. So you have to perform, especially in the pharmaceutical section, you have to put in the layout the different transfers, material transfers with the different ways. There's a way in and there's a way out. The way you manage the waste also of those areas, those operational areas. The way the people go in and go out, there's a different procedure for the incoming of people and the way out. The gowning process is a very complex activity, and the degowning process is also a complex activity. So the way you get dressed, the way you wash your hands, the type of the towels that you have to use, where to put a wastebasket, etc. It's part of the challenge there, and also the way you manage the different classes. There are like let's say 5 different classes involved in this process, and sometimes it depends on the product that you're going to produce. Also, it determines the classes required. So, and the different layers of garments or gowning that you have to perform as an employee. So it's very interesting, and also this involves the type of equipment, the type of materials. Stainless steel, things like that have to be at a certain point without any other material. And these kind of things are very fascinating. Also, the way you manage for example, the laundry of the different garments, it's also an interesting flow that you have to perform or design there. So it's kind of a challenging situation or design problem.
So what kind of support beyond clean rooms for life science facilities in Costa Rica? What additional sectors do you work in?
As we were saying, Ingenia is a company that has all the trades in-house, the main trades, the main design trades. So we have to coordinate between of course, architecture that mainly has the primary interaction with the client, but also we have to, from the very beginning of the project, from the conceptual design, we have to coordinate our design with the mechanical engineers in terms of sizing of the different rooms. It will determine the sizing of the different support areas for equipment location and ductwork and things like that. Normally, there are some standard dimensions, but we have to coordinate with them the way they will locate the equipment and the ductwork and the different catwalks and things like that for maintenance, and also the moving of equipment. But this is part of our support. And of course, along with the mechanical design, there's an electrical design, there's a control design, there's a BMS design and BAS. So this is kind of a continuous interaction between the different trades. And this is part of our support, of course.
Can you give us a couple of examples of projects that you've worked on?
Yes. For example, there's a good client of ours, which is Boston Scientific. We've been working with them since 2009. And we've been supplying them our support since then. And we have done a lot of retrofits in the factories and also some expansions for them. And other one could be Baxter or Bayer or clients like that, which we've been doing some projects for them also.
Well, Jorge, this has been a very interesting discussion. I know that given the prominence of the life science and medical device sector in Costa Rica, clean rooms are necessary. And what I'd like to do now is many times people listen to our podcasts, and after doing it and hearing what our guests have to say, they have questions that they'd like to ask to our speakers. How might somebody get in contact with you if they have a question about clean room design in Costa Rica?
There are different channels. Of course, our website is one, and they can give us a call. We are always open to any additional project. And of course, there are other channels. For example, Green Park is one of our strategic partners in this sector, which is a free zone park. Our site, it's www.ingenia, that's Ingenia or Ingenia in English with a Y. The second Y is the second I is it's a Y. .co.cr. And my mail, it's jmunoz@ingenia.co.cr. So that's the way they can communicate with us, or through Green Park, of course, which is, as I said, a good partner of us, strategic partner of us.
Jorge, what I'll do to make things easy for people is you have a LinkedIn profile, I would assume, as well, right?
Yes.
Well, I'll leave a link on the transcript section of the podcast to your LinkedIn page, and I'll put a link to your website and list your email address so that everybody will have the information at their ready to be able to use to get into contact with you should they have any questions or any need for clean room design in Costa Rica.
Okay, great.
Well, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have a very nice rest of the day, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening. Sign up to receive the Central American Group's quarterly newsletter by visiting www.thecentralamericangroup.com.